Gen Z is brainwashed. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is when we talk about reality, the real world, the world that we live in that's not on the screen, not the internet, people that are, like, say, under the age of 35. I understand, like, some people are millennials in that age group, but for the most part, that's Gen Z, people under 35. They're not present in reality. They don't have a sense of identity in themselves. Like, when we talk about behind their eyes, there is no identity that they can put out into the world. It's like they've built their identity completely on social media 100%, so much so to the point where in the real world it's like they don't even exist. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if some of y'all can relate to what I'm saying or not, but I'm a person who deleted all social medias probably like 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and it's been the best decision I've ever made, probably the wisest thing I've ever done. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm above it all and I'm just so awesome and I'm the best and all this kind of stuff. I'm a flawed individual just like anybody else, and I struggle with it too. Don't get me wrong. The pull of social media is very hard to completely stay away from, so I get it. But at the same time, I'm someone who built his identity in reality. I'm here and I'm present in my life in the real world. I'm not like completely glued to Instagram. I'm not completely glued to TikTok. That's the worst one. Or I'm not like completely, my identity isn't tied up in like my social media accounts, my X account, whatever. It's like I am living a life here in the real world. And it seems like, as someone who is in my age, I'm in my mid to late 20s, it seems like everyone around you is like they don't exist. They're just not here. They can't have a conversation with you at all because they don't have an identity internally. Um, I don't know how many of you guys can relate to this. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but something is going on in our world today where we are literally walking around living amongst zombies. And again, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to act like I'm the shit or anything like this, but I'm just telling the truth. I feel like I'm just stating facts. In the year 2025, it's almost 2026 now, we are living amongst zombies. It's like people have become AI, and there's like no humanity left with people. It's really strange. It's really weird. You feel like you are the only person surrounded by a bunch of robots. That's what it feels like. And it's kind of shitty. It's kind of shitty because it's like you want to have friends, you want to have good people around you, but when you're around them, they're just not here. They're like glued to the phone the whole time. You try to have conversations with them about real stuff that matters, you know what I mean? Real conversations about the real world, meaningful things, and they don't understand what you're saying, or they try to like avoid, they're living in this state of constantly avoiding the truth or avoiding themselves. It's like I've had friends who have literally told me, if I ever have to face myself, I don't know what I'll do. And it's like, if you never face yourself in life, if you never have an understanding of who you are, you're not going to live a life. You're going to be living someone else's life. And that's not really the best road to go down. I think, I think a lot of people are going to be in for quite a rude awakening in the next few years as they get older, enter their 30s, enter their 40s, enter their 50s. I think a lot of people are going to have a rude awakening that they never developed an identity in who they are. They never had an understanding of who they were as people. And when you get your identity from outside of yourself rather than develop an identity from within yourself, that's not a pathway to fulfillment. That's not a pathway to happiness. That's not a pathway to understanding. It's gonna get bad out here, guys. I think it's gonna get bad. I think Gen Z is in for a big rude awakening here, and yeah, I think this social media stuff, guys, is pretty bad. This stuff is not good. Um, I'm not gonna say it's all bad. It's not all bad. It's some of it's been good. You know, we can connect with like-minded individuals. So there are some good aspects to it. I'm not going to sit here and just act like it's all doom and gloom. I'm not trying to be like that, but I am stating the facts. I am telling you what's happening in our world, and it's freaky. It's freaky, guys. Like the level of insecurity in people today is it's not natural. I don't think ever in human history have people grown into adults and still emotionally like been stuck at the age of a child. It's like the adults around you or the people that are at the age of an adult, right? Say 21 and up, the people that are supposed to be adults are actually just emotionally underdeveloped children who haven't grown at all in who they are. And I don't want to be too rude. I don't want to be too mean. I'm not trying to act superior by any means. This is just what I've noticed, and it's getting kind of crazy. It's getting weird, guys. Things are strange out here. So if you can relate, drop a like. Please subscribe. If you're new, my name is John. This is going to be a channel where I kind of discuss real issues, real world things that are happening in our modern crazy society today. And if you can relate, then you know, feel free to drop a sub. I'm going to be doing more content like this. If you're a person who is getting triggered or getting mad at what I'm saying, or you're not understanding what I'm saying, then this channel is probably not for you. So just keep on scrolling, keep on scrolling. But that's about it, guys. So if you enjoyed the video, drop a like. My name is John, and I'm out. Thanks for watching.